Welcome dear students. Today we shall begin with a new chapter, that is current, electricity and magnetism. Chapter number 4. So today we will cover these three topics, that is topic number 1 current, electricity, second electrostatic potential, and a third one potential difference. So students, let's start to learn. Students, do you recognize the person you see on your screen? Exactly, he is the great Thomas Edison. Do you know what he known for? Think student. Students, in 1879, he invented the first practical long-lasting electric light bulb. And since then our homes are bright even after sunset. Students, you must be aware of the fact that lights in our homes work in only electricity. So students, electricity we used in a different way, like our television, air conditioner, fans and so on also needs electricity to function. So students, we cannot imagine our life without electricity. Now students, let's begin with the lesson number 4, current, electricity and magnetism. So students, before starting this lesson, just recall your previous knowledge. Now students, tell me which constituents are present in an atom. Think students. Atoms consist of protons, neutrons and electrons. Students, now see this picture. This picture is look like a circle. In your math standard, the shape of this picture is look like a circle. But in science, this circle is known as orbit. Clear? Look at the first orbit and look at the another orbit also. So students, as you can see, the orbit color which is used for black color. Okay. Now student, see the electron which is denoted as negatively sign and proton denoted as positively sign. So there are 3 electrons and 3 protons. Now student, see the neutrons. Neutrons doesn't contain any charge. Therefore, it don't have any sign. So student, basically this is an atom. Clear? And student, always remember that an atom has same number of positively charged protons and negatively charged electron. So this is as an atom. Now student, see this activity. What you see? What will happen if a glass rod is rubbed on silk cloth? Think student. When a glass rod is rubbed against a silk cloth, it gets electrically charged. Therefore, students, we can say that plenty of electrical charge is filled in the object which is around us. That means we can say that all these object is an atom. Let's start the first topic in this chapter is current, electricity. So what is current, electricity? Before starting current, electricity, let's start with what is electricity. Now students, let's talk about electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is nothing but it is a form of energy due to charge particle. So student, as we can see, every atom contains positively charged proton and negatively charged electrons. So students, listen carefully what I am saying. With the help of proton and electron, the energy will form. So that energy is nothing but electricity, and electricity is nothing but it is a form of energy due to charged particles. Clear students? Students, in this activity, we created electricity with the help of rod and silk cloth. Students, I hope now you clear the concept of electricity. Now student, let's talk about type of electricity. There are two types of electricity. First one, static electricity, and second one, dynamic electricity. Now let's talk about first static electricity. Static electricity is nothing but friction electricity. And second point is very short period of time. And the third point is we cannot transfer one place to another by using wire. So this is as a static electricity. Students, here is the some example which is based on static electricity. First one, lightning takes place from cloud to ground. Now see the second example, that is, if we rub comb on our hair and take it near to a small pieces of paper, then paper pieces get attracted towards comb due to static electricity. And the third one is when a glass rod is rubbed on a silk cloth, then it's electrically charged because of static electricity. Clear, students? Now students, let's talk about dynamic electricity. What is dynamic electricity? First point, it is moving electricity. Second point, very long period of time. And the third one is we can transfer one place to another by using wires. So this is dynamic electricity. So students, as you can see in this picture, there is tube light, air conditioner, television, water heater and fans which are used with the help of dynamic electricity. All these things we can use long period of time and they are transferred from one place to another with the help of wires. Now students, let's talk about electrostatic potential. First, what is potential? Potential is helps to flow electricity. Students, let's do one activity. Students, imagine you have a two beaker filled with equal amount of water. Both are connected with each other by pipe. Students, if you observe these two beakers for few seconds, then will water flow from one beaker to another? No, you will see that the water remains same as it is. There is no any flow of water from one beaker to another. And once you raise the height of the beaker, then what you see? The water will flow from beaker 2 to beaker 1 due to electrostatic potential. Now students, in this example, we learn how the heat can help to flow electricity. Now student, just observe this picture. What you see in this picture? So, we can see heat is always flows from higher level to a lower level temperature. Clear students? Look at that. Higher temperature to a lower temperature, the heat can flows. Clear students? So students, in short, you must remember that any energy or any pressure is always flows from higher level to a lower level. Clear students? Students, after clearing the concept of electrostatic potential, now see the definition of electrostatic potential. So it is the electric level due to which current flow. Now student, see here. The next topic is potential difference. So the potential difference is really interesting to us. Then how is it interesting? Let's learn with so many examples. Students, first learn the definition of potential difference is it is a difference in potential between 2 points. Students, in previous topic, that is in electrostatic potential, we learn water flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. Clear? Similarly, heat will also flow from higher level to lower level with the help of electrostatic potential. But now in potential difference we use current flow. Students, listen carefully. I am repeating once again. In potential difference the current will flow. So how the current will flow? Think, student. Students, look at this wire. The current will flow when potential energy is high at one point, that is in your left hand side, and low potential at your right hand side point. Clear, students? Then only the current will flow. So students, always remember that between 2 points there is a potential difference. Now students, how to produce potential difference with the help of wires? Think, students. So students, we can produce potential difference with the help of cells or battery, as you can see in this picture. Students, using battery and wire we can flow the current. Now students, let's do one activity. It is easy to understand the concept of potential difference. Now students, in your textbook there is one activity. Let's try to understand this activity and how the bulb is blown with the help of current flow. Now students, listen carefully. First students, take a connecting copper wires and connect it into the circuit as shown in this figure. Students, when you connect copper wires to the circuit, then what you observe? Yes, there is no current is seen to flow in the bulb. So students, if there is no current, that means there is no potential difference. Now students, see this image. In this image, what we did? We have same copper wire circuit, but we use 1.5 volt dry cell, which is helps to glowing of the bulb. Because of electrons in the wire flow due to the potential difference between the two ends of the dry cell. These flow from the negative terminal of the cell to the positive terminal of the cell. Students, always remember that current flows in the opposite direction. Now students, when you do this activity with practically, it can seem like that. Isn't it interesting? Can you do this at your home? So students, I hope you clear today's concept. In the next lecture, we learn new concept with so many examples. Now students, let's talk about SI units of potential difference. The unit of potential difference in SI system is volt. Volt is denoted as capital V. And look at the next slide is the SI unit of electric current is coulomb per second or ampere. And students, always remember that 1 ampere, you can say that 1 capital A, and this is equals to 1 coulomb per 1 second. Students, always remember that electric current is a scalar quantity. Students, I hope you clear today's concept with the help of their activities. So, in the next lecture, we will meet with new concept with new activities. Bye-bye. Thank you.